contemplate how I feel. The truth is very hard to think. That this could be what love is. It took a lot of watching to learn how not to break down and stop saying. No matter what I see in the past, I'm on any impact of the trauma now, baby. You can't take away, took away, and go away, go away. Stay serious, I can't take so much to say. You got the ways that I say. I don't want to break down anyway. I know you can't be fine from the same way. You went first, I know everything. And I had you last, baby.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked. Got away just a time. Yeah, I won't let you miss the dark sky. Who knows my body? You know what I do this often, but it's just cool. Isn't awesome. You London, baby, I wonder. Baby, I wonder, would you swear on me? I woke up and I made it call. Tell me last night, boy, tell me last night, don't hesitate on us. Just tell you, well, come to us. Just say you well, come to
It's your boy, Deep in Israel, the People's Champ, aka Chef V. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thursday, April 21st, 2022. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, black people. Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all have had a wonderful week so far. I'm back. I am back. We got the pineapple burning. Shout out to Third Phase Oils. Graham Street, Charlotte, North Carolina. Check them out. Got my lubricant. Finally found some cherry Kool-Aid, y'all. Kool-Aid scarce, man. Can't just grab Kool-Aid anytime, man. When you see it, you better get it. You better get it. What are we talking about tonight? What are we talking about? Ladies, learn to be silent sometimes. You don't have to have a response, or rather a reaction to everything. Many times y'all are just waiting to react. You're triggered, you're waiting to be triggered, you're waiting to react, and you're not listening and taking in the information that's being communicated to you. And then later on, y'all come back with the, I thought you said something that the person didn't say. That's how misunderstandings happen. Because your nature is to react. This is why you're commanded to listen and learn in silence. That's a commandment. And it's there for a reason. No one is saying your opinion isn't valued. However, your opinion isn't valued all the time. You have to learn nobody's opinion is valued at all times. You have to learn when certain things are appropriate. You can't just talk all the time, because that's your nature. We get it. We got thousands and thousands of years of human history. We know y'all, what y'all nature is. You're not snowflakes. You're not individuals. You all do this to some degree. Some worse than others. And I'm telling you this from a place of love. Because love is correction. Love isn't affirmation. Love isn't positivity. Love is correction. So when someone's offering you correction, they're doing it from a place of love, not to hurt you, not to take away from you. Because if somebody wanted to take away from you, ladies, they would just watch you fall in a ditch. They wouldn't say a word. But the person is saying to you, hey, stop. You're going too far. You're going to walk into that ditch. They're doing that because they genuinely care about your well-being. Now, sometimes it isn't as serious as life or death all the time. But your words have consequences. I was watching a video earlier this week, and the young lady, it's a viral video, the young lady was talking about she gave her man an ultimatum, or she was leaving. Make a long story short, the girl got a kind of blondish, short haircut, just so you know what video I'm talking about. And I believe she had a black and white shirt on. She gave him an ultimatum, and men don't respond to ultimatums. That's a threat of violence. You're going to take some kind of action if we don't do what you're saying. That's not the way to get a man to do what you want. Not the way. Maybe a simp will respond to that, but a man, no. So she kept doing it, and by her own admission, for a couple of months, and then it got to the point where she was packing her stuff to leave. He came over there and helped pack her stuff. And then she said to him, oh, so you're just going to let me leave? He said, have a nice trip. And in her video, she was expressing regret. He wasn't a bad dude. He wasn't an abusive dude. A lot of times, you ladies, y'all think that men have now buttons on their forehead. And whatever you want, you can just push that now button and it's going to happen when you want it to happen. That's not how men operate. And the reality is, if you just learn how to be cooperative and follow the man's lead, you will get more of what you want and need. But what you want and need ain't always appropriate at certain times. Sometimes y'all got to learn to be patient and wait for things to happen. Again, women have insight. Men don't have that. We have foresight. We're thinking down the road a ways. So you don't understand because you think now. And a man is trying to say, slow down. You're going to get that thing, but just be patient. Same thing in conversation. Y'all want to get your point out now. So much that you won't stop talking when someone else is talking. That's disrespectful and it's rude. And it doesn't accomplish anything. But because you have insight, you want now. I got to say what I got to say now. And you ain't changed shit. You made it worse. That's why the scriptures say, a wise woman buildeth her house, but a wicked woman plucketh it down with her own hands. Y'all destroy relationships just because you won't stop talking. And anybody who knows me, if you've been following me, watching my content over the years, you know I'm being very nice because I got another way I could be saying what I'm saying. But I want y'all to understand this point. Y'all so busy trying to win something and you're losing. Because men ain't going to put up with it. Y'all don't have the leverage that you think you have. You outnumber us just on that. And as from your own admission, quote unquote, good men are hard to find. So if you got a good one, do what you can to keep him. One of those things is being quiet, listening, learning in silence. I can't tell me how many times I've told y'all something and y'all have argued me up and down to only later come back and say, you know what? I thought about what you said and you was right. Well, if you had just been quiet in the beginning, you would have got that sooner. But y'all make everything adversarial, confrontational, contentious, and it's unnecessary. Y'all put us in a position as if we're against you when we're not. We're telling you this thing for the good of the relationship and your own good. But y'all make everything because you don't like something, you think it's going to hurt you. I use the example all the time. Medicine tastes bad, but it's good for you. The Bible backs that up with the scripture. Beware, and I'm paraphrasing, of the man who talks smooth as butter and soft as oil, because in his mind is war. So those men that always telling you what you like to hear, they don't mean you good. It's the man who's telling you the shit you don't want to hear, who's probably in love with you and probably going to build a life with you. Y'all don't hear me. Let me back this up a little bit. In case y'all don't know me, I am V. Ben Israel, the people's champ. And I'm fighting for all the people. And I'm fighting against the systems, the structures that have been put in place to keep us apart. See, we're commanded to gather ourselves together, but the only way we can do that is if we come to a mutual understanding and follow the rules. Because see, there's rules to this shit. We're going to talk a little bit about that. If you don't want to be here, let's get this disclaimer in. Don't be here. Bounce. Move around. Shout out to Love Dorsey. Because I'm going to say what I say, and I'm going to mean what I say. Shout out to Charlotte. Definitely check out their pages. This is my perspective. And I'm going to support, I'm going to show y'all, and I often do, where my thinking comes from. I give citations all the time. I just don't make up crazy stuff in my mind. I'm sharing my thoughts with y'all, and I'm sharing how I got here and where I'm trying to take this. Because we're dying, Black people. We're not doing good. I don't care what the Democrats say. I don't care what CNN, MSNBC, and the rest of them got to say. They're lying to you. And they've been lying to you for the better part of 50 years. They're not telling you the truth. You're not middle class. You're working class. You're not progressing. You're regressing. They're going to tell you the Bible don't matter and God don't matter. But pull out a dollar. Don't it say in God we trust? And if you got to go to their court, what's the first thing they do before you can talk to the judge? You got to put your hand on that Bible, right? So obviously the Bible matters. So if you don't believe in the Bible, hey, I really ain't got nothing to say to you. And don't mistake the Bible for religion. Because most of you Christians don't believe in the Bible. You believe in religion. You believe in Christianity. Like, subscribe, and share to my channel if you have not done that already. Wherever you are watching, go over to YouTube, like the video, subscribe to my video, click the little bell and select all so you don't miss out on the content, especially my grilling videos, my Chef V grill videos. I got some viral videos coming. Everybody loved that chicken I did on Sunday. Stay tuned. I got some stuff for y'all. Got some bangers coming. And if you got a recipe or a request for a recipe or a topic, hit me up. Inbox me. Text me. However you want to do. Leave a comment. And after you subscribe, put I subscribed in my comments so I can shout you out. Might be something in it for you. I'm going to start giving giveaways. So definitely check me out. So I'm not trying to bash on you, ladies. I'm not trying to beat you down. But y'all are the problem. And y'all took this problem on yourselves. Nobody asked you to do it. In the black culture, nobody asked you. You decided to do it for yourselves. So along with that comes responsibility. So when things aren't going well, and they aren't, that's the responsibility of the people who are in charge. Ladies, that's why I'm speaking to you. That's where the correction needs to happen. Cherry Kool-Aid is good. I'm sorry. I got some new things coming down the pipeline. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But ladies, you got to learn to talk less and do more. See, a lot of y'all talk a good game. Sounds good. But what men are looking at, because this is how we judge each other, is based on what you have done. What are your accomplishments? See, most of y'all didn't have to compete for nothing. You just woke up cute and you woke up looking like you look. You didn't have to do nothing to earn what you are. You might have went to school, but so what? Everybody goes to school. You might have went to college. Hey, most of y'all go to college. You're not even competing when you go to college. Even on your jobs. Y'all don't take jobs where you have to compete to get paid. You take a job where you could just clock in and go home, clock out. You don't have to compete. I didn't say it wasn't hard work or tedious work, not saying that, but you didn't have to be competitive. You didn't have to compete against anybody to maintain your position. So why am I saying this? I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to get better at my cursing, y'all. Why am I saying this? Where is this coming from? It's the same thing men have been saying all my life. It's the same thing black men have been saying to black women for thousands of years. Y'all don't listen to us, so we keep saying it. It hasn't changed. So we're going to open with 1 Corinthians 14:34 through 35, King James Version. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. For it is a shame for women to speak in the church. King James Version, y'all. All scriptures are written from divine inspiration. I claim to believe in the Bible. Here it is. God is telling you, be quiet. Listen and learn in silence. And if you're going to learn, do it at home with your husbands. It's a shame for y'all to speak in the church. Now, I want y'all to get Christianity out your mind. Because see, y'all think of church as a building. Church is the community. That's what church is. It didn't say the synagogue. It specifically said the church. The church is the people. When we gather together, y'all talk too much. Y'all get emotional, irrational, illogical. You speak before you understand things. You're just reacting. This is why it's telling you to be quiet and learn. If you're with a man, you gotta, the man is building a legacy. He has a purpose that he's fulfilling. His purpose ain't you. His purpose is Christ and building his legacy. You are his helper. He's going to tell you how to help him. But a lot of times y'all think you know more than the person that's driving the car. You don't know how to be quiet. So you miss the instructions. You don't fully understand them because if your mouth is open, your ears are closed. I always told my kids a simple thing. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Why is that? So you could listen twice as much as you talk. The definition of shame: a painful emotion. This is 1A, by the way. A painful emotion caused by consciousness of guilt, shortcomings, or impropriety. That's what it means to have shame. It's the consciousness of guilt. You think you did something wrong, or you said something wrong, or you may not be measuring up to something, or whatever little inadequacy is in your brain. That's the guilt. Shortcoming, same thing. Because if you are confident in yourself that you're adequate or you're exceeding, you're not going to be shamed. You ain't going to have no problem being quiet because you know your shit. Or impropriety. You're not behaving properly. The definition of shameless: having no shame. Insensible to disgrace, shameless. showing lack of shame, at some point, we all have shortcomings. We all do. And at some point, you need to be conscious of your own shortcomings. You don't know what you think you know. That's a shortcoming. Be quiet. But when you're shameless, you just blurt anything out your mouth. And that's what the girl in that video said. She didn't even mean to say what she said to him in the form of the ultimatum. She just blurted it out. Had she learned how to be quiet, it would not have happened. I need to learn how to ask questions in honesty. Like genuinely wanting to know the information. But a lot of times y'all frame insults in the form of questions, or you frame disrespect in the form of a question. So later on you go, well, I just asked a question. You're being disrespectful because you have no genuine need to know the information or desire to know the information. You just want to be talking. Be quiet sometimes. Had she done that, she'd still probably be in a relationship with that man today. She admitted it herself. This is out of, and you see tons of videos after video. All you gotta do is go to YouTube and search for "I gave him an ultimatum," and you can see video after video of women telling you what I'm trying to tell y'all now, and what men have been telling y'all all of my life. Then when we want your opinion, y'all not prepared. I don't know. I guess whatever you want. So you want to give us a bunch of information we don't need and ask questions that ain't got shit to do with nothing. But when the appropriate time to do those things, y'all come up short. You're shameless. If y'all grasp this concept that I'm trying to communicate, this will help 95% of y'all relationships. Because a lot of men ain't going to put up with it. Men want peace. Men want cooperation. We don't want a bunch of loud, stubborn, uncooperative, just all the time. We don't want that. Precept must be upon precept, line upon line, a little bit here and a little bit there. Sirach 26:10. If thy daughters be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. So God is telling us how to handle our daughters when they get this way. So that way, when you become a woman, you already got it out your system. Keep you in straitly, them guidelines, the correction. Right? Lest means or, for those of you who don't understand, or keep her in straitly, or she abuse herself. Excuse me, shameless. Keep her in straitly, or she abuse herself through too much. That's what overmuch means. Too much liberty. A lot of times y'all don't understand what words mean. Y'all react to what you think it means and not what it actually means. So let's talk about this word liberty. The definition of liberty: the power to do as one pleases. That was definition A. Definition C: a violation of rules or a deviation from standard practice. A distortion of fact is C. Let's talk about B again. A violation of rules or a deviation from standard practice. Black people, we have standards that have the hundreds of years we've been in this country. We had standards. So what's happening today in the last 50 years has progressively gotten away from what our standard practice, our SOP, standard operating procedures were. Your grandmothers knew how to behave. They knew how to be quiet. You know what the word was? They called it classy. They were classy. So this liberty, right? Oh, a distortion of fact. Right? And too much liberty, meaning too much distortion of facts. Y'all don't deal in facts. It's I feel, your emotions. Here Webster's is telling you. Webster's has been around since 1882. Webster's is saying the same thing the Bible says. A distortion of facts. Y'all don't operate in factual places because your feelings, the definition of a feeling is a belief, especially a vague or irrational one. Right? Meaning it's not logical, it's not factual. Y'all need to start dealing in facts, not your fucking feelings. So, where did this come from? Let's talk about that. Who gave black women this liberty, right? And I read, the breaking process of the African woman. Take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way because she is the most important factor for good economics. And I'll continue. We reversed nature by burning and pulling a civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. By her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, capital letters. The ordeal caused her to move from her psychologically dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and her female offspring in reversed roles. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offsprings to be psychologically independent. What have you got? The author asks. You've got the nigger woman out front and the nigger man behind and scared. This is a perfect situation of sound sleep and economics. This passage comes from the Willie Lynch letter and the Making of a Slave, 1972. I provided a link in the description where you can find this book on Amazon. If you have never read this book, I highly recommend every black person in America owns a copy of this book. Buy this book, it's less than $10. And this will explain a lot of the psychological shit that we have contributing to our problems. It's the foundation of the problems we have here in this country. For the most part, it describes it perfectly. So let's break some of this down, right? Let's break it down. Willie Lynch starts out by saying, we reversed nature. We. Who is the we? The we. Willie Lynch was a slave master. He was writing a letter to the other slave masters, okay? And teaching them how to train the slaves. His method, okay? And Willie Lynch was from the West Indies, over there in the Caribbean. So I was watching Dr. Hassan Johnson the other night, and they had a great discussion. I posted it on my Facebook page where the brothers were discussing how this, what we see here in America, actually started in the island. And they wanted to know why. Why did that happen? Well, because they always experiment in small controlled environments. That the Bible calls that they deal with us crafty. They deal with us wisely. This is how the Bible describes that. Let us deal wisely with them. So the name Israel could be no more in remembrance. They don't want you to know who you are. Okay? And that the they is all the other nations. All of them. We're not Africans. That's a made-up word. That word didn't exist before the Renaissance period in the 1400s. It's made up. You have different groups of people who live on the continent of Africa. They're not all the same people from the same lineage. Another conversation. You want the history, some history on that? From Babylon to Timbuktu. Read that. Also on Amazon. So, they reversed nature, meaning we had an order that God established and they reversed it. Why? So they could sleep good and have good economics and make money off of you. And when you read the Willie Lynch letter, he makes that point. Good economics, good economics. The nigger woman is important, essential to good economics. What do we see today's world? Black women are the number one consumers. Y'all leading the path. Y'all spin because you get in your motions. Your nature was reversed. You don't have that guideline. Nobody's keeping you in straitly from making emotional decisions. So y'all just spin and waste money. Good economics for them because you're spending your money with them. And they sleep well knowing that's what you're going to do. Willie Lynch predicted it in 1772. How did they reverse that nature? Well, he put it in capital letters. By destroying the black male image. How did they destroy the black male image? By burning and pulling apart the civilized black male and bullwhipping him to the point of death, all in front of her. In front of who? In front of you, black woman. You don't believe me? I want you to go to YouTube after this video, and I want you to search for Say My Name, Kunta Kinte. And that image of Roots, where they were whooping Kunta's ass, they flashed to the woman. They want you to see her face. They flashed to the older black men, the ones who had already been broken. That's what Willie Lynch is describing. And they just put it on TV in Roots. What's my name? Kunta. What's your name? Kunta. Kunta. He was defiant. And then eventually he broke down. They had whooped him damn near to death. Toby. Oh, that's a good nigga. That's what the white man said to him. Go watch that. Make your kids watch it. And by doing this, by destroying the black male image, you would be left unprotected. That was the plan. So you're not unprotected because something black men did or didn't do. You're unprotected because the black male image was destroyed. And what Willie Lynch says towards the end of his letters, if you implement my methods, they will eventually begin doing this to themselves. And they will keep doing it for hundreds of years, maybe even forever. That's what we started seeing in 1970. And then flash forward through today. You black women are doing this to each other and to our community. The white man don't have to do it. He can sit back and sleep and let you spend your money and let you destroy your community. That's what y'all have been doing for 50 years. Just like Willie Lynch prophesied you would do. See, y'all not woke. It ain't a matter of being sleep or woke. It's a matter of being frozen. Y'all need to thaw the fuck out. You're frozen. You're in a frozen psychological state, is what he says. That's why some of you right now are cringing at my very words. You're cringing. Oh, I can't believe it. Why are you trying to find something wrong with what I'm saying, which is why I'm trying my best not to curse so much. You're looking for something to be wrong. Instead of taking in the damn information, you're reacting. Just listen and process it. I didn't write this book. I didn't put it on Amazon. I didn't write the Bible in 1611. I didn't write none of those books. If you have sons, ladies, it's another book you should get. The Assassination of the Black Male Image, and it goes into this. See, black men have been telling you these things for years. Y'all just don't want to listen. See, your education only means job training. It doesn't mean intelligence or being smart. It means you're qualified to do the particular job that they want you to do for good economics. And most of you so-called educated black women have bullshit degrees in humanities, in arts. You're not making no money. The average black woman only makes $37,000 a year. That's the average black woman. The majority of you, 51% minimum, make that. Only 6% of you make more than $75,000. So all of this black girl magic and y'all doing so well and black men need to get their shit together is bullshit. It's a lie. Because average black man makes $42,000 a year. It has less education than y'all. Go to blackdemographics.com and look at the numbers for yourself. That's a website for black people, by black people. See, in the beginning, you guys did this because of fear of your sons. You didn't want your son to be killed. Well, that's not why it's happening today. It's morphed into something else. That's what it was during the antebellum period in slavery. But that's not what it is today. Just that y'all don't have a fear of your kids being killed. Y'all don't even think about your sons in a fearful way. That what you're doing is actually putting your sons in danger, in harm's way. Which is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because I care about my people. I care about these boys, and I understand that if we don't get this corrected and right this shift, these boys are in trouble. They're already in trouble right now. I got two sons, 122 and 113. I'm concerned about my boys. But I'm also concerned about the boys who don't have fathers. because we don't even have communities today. See, it used to be where even a woman, a single woman, an unmarried woman, single mother woman, back in the 80s, it was a different situation because there were men in the community that slid into those roles, stepfathers and men in the neighborhood and granddaddies and uncles. We don't have communities today. You're going to make your sons mentally weak, and that's what we see today. And y'all are building these boys that the very women are complaining about. So you millennial girls that are complaining about the men, thank the Generation X and baby boomer mamas who made them. Thank them. Because, see, those are the ones y'all want to smile up, and I just love his mama, and those are the ones that fucked them up. Through lies and manipulation and the need to be right, sign language, all of it. Frozen psychological shit. Huh? And because you're doing things in reversed order, you're trading your daughters to be psychologically independent. Again, that's the process. And generation after generation has gotten progressively worse to where we are today. That's reversed to nature. You're not meant to be that way. I'm a bad bee. I don't need no man. All of that. That's what they did to you through social engineering. They programmed you to be that way. And what is the result? Less than 25% of Black women will ever be married in their lifetimes. You can't build communities without husbands and wives. You can't do it, ladies. Y'all aren't the builders. Y'all are the nurturers. And this is why a lot of you are physically fatigued. You're tired. Every time I talk to a Black woman, my daughter just told me this today. I'm tired because you're trying to put too much on your shoulders you are not designed to carry. My 20-year-old daughter told me today, she works 9 hours a day at 20. For what? Why? She ain't got no kids. She should be in school. She should be enjoying her 20s. And that hurts me. Another conversation. Doing something, baby, you ain't supposed to be doing. That's what I'm describing, that reversed order, that psychological independence. Dad didn't make you that way. Dad did his best to keep you from becoming that way. We have problems in our community, and the only way you fix problems is by dealing with the problem. See, all of that upliftment, motivation, and affirmation, all that positivity bullshit don't fix problems. If there's a pile of shit on the floor and everybody being positive, no, I don't smell it. It smells great in here. That's positivity. Guess what? Eventually somebody gonna step in that pile of shit. It's not gonna move. Somebody has to deal with that issue. That ain't bashing the dog or where the shit on the floor. It's fixing the issue. Addressing the problem. A lot of this starts with learning to be quiet and listening. And y'all got to stop talking to each other. Y'all single women keep each other single. Y'all talk too much. And then y'all want to talk to each other about nothing. Your grandmothers didn't roll that way. Grandma didn't wake up in the morning getting on the phone or going to sleep talking to her girlfriends. And that wasn't what grandma did. And grandma had far more, my grandmother, the silent generation woman, had far more than what y'all have today. Y'all claim y'all progressed. You have not. You have regressed. You have less than your great grandmama and your grandmamas had. Less. And you're not happy. Grandma was happy. And grandma did more than you. She talked less than she did more. She didn't have time to be on the phone with nobody. Look how the older women roll. They don't roll like that. They ain't got time. Because what they're doing is they're taking care of a household. They taking care of a household. That's what they do. But see, because of overmuch liberty, and that liberty was given to y'all by our enemy so you could destroy yourself. That's what it's time. It's kind of like giving a kitten a ball of yarn to play with. Eventually, the kitten is going to tie itself up in that yarn. They're going to get tangled up with it. That's what they've done. That's what liberty has done for y'all. You've done too much with it to destroy yourself. That's what the Bible says. Y'all missed that scripture? And Corinthians, let's go back to it. What in Corinthians? It was Sirach. Or she abused herself through overmuch liberty. You're abusing yourself. You ain't hurting nobody. You ain't hurting the man. That's what y'all think y'all doing, but you ain't. We're not against you. Stop making us the enemy. Trust that. And I'm not talking about the cookies and ravens. I'm talking about a solid dude, ladies. You got a solid dude. You got to learn to trust that he's taking you down a path that's best for you, the best for y'all, and best for your children. Because what y'all have been doing by yourselves has not worked. And y'all go to extremes. But he ain't always right. And y'all, it's always nothing or everything. Let's put things in a scale. Okay? If y'all are failing right now, that's 50% or less. You got a better job of flipping the coin the way y'all make decisions. But if the man is making decisions, even if 70% of the time he gets it right, that's a passing grade. That is a C. If you got a solid dude, he's going to be a B. That's 80% of the time. 8 out of 10 times, he's going to get it right. Does that mean every time? No. Sometimes he's going to be wrong. But majority of the time, he is going to guide you the correct way. That's what y'all got to stop thinking. Because y'all definitely ain't always right. Y'all ain't never right. The community is fucked up under y'all leadership. That is a fact. And I challenge any woman to argue that. We can do it live. With facts. We have not progressed. We have gotten worse. That's a fact. We want to do better, but we got to get this communication down. Y'all got to be quiet. Because all you're going to do is turn the man off eventually. Just like Dee Dee said, was it Dee Dee? No, it was Kendra today did her video. Y'all just pushing the man away, and eventually he's going to leave. And men don't always leave instantly. And some of them cheat. They leave emotionally first. And physically, and they leave in other ways. So he may physically be there, but he ain't there. Especially when he stops talking to you. He starts ignoring you. He done checked out. And you be in a relationship with that dude for about 3-4 more years before he leave or you leave. Just because you wouldn't shut the fuck up. Sometimes. I say all the time, no. Sometimes. Gotta be quiet. Your first response can't be to react. Your first response should be to use your 2 ears, not your one mouth. I'm not going to beat this dead horse. Y'all got any comments, questions? Y'all know what to do. And I got a hey V I'm going to do. I haven't done one of those in a while. I've been reading them, and they both kind of been redundant. I've just been pointing people to videos I've already done. But I got a hey V that I have, a topic that I've never done before. So I'm going to touch that topic. It's kind of correlates to this one. So look for that soon. And maybe next week sometime. This weekend or next week, I'll get that out. But look for some things to come, y'all. As you can see, I'm using one of my lighting systems. I've had it a while, just never used it much. I hope that improved some things. Got a external microphone coming. And got some other things coming, man. So definitely stay tuned and please subscribe. The channel is growing. We almost had 100 on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 1,000, but hey, it's baby steps. Baby steps. Chef videos, when I do those short videos, those are very well. A lot of y'all like those. So definitely like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on those videos, because I got a lot of recipes that have never been done before. Just like I did this weekend with the homemade barbecue sauce and lollipop Polynesian chicken. Both of those got good feedback from those people who actually sampled chicken. I'm gonna do burgers. A lot of people like my burgers. I never really made it a point to like really do like burgers. I just thought everybody knew how to cook burgers, but obviously I need to share my burger recipe. So got a new burger recipe or a new way of doing my burgers. Some of y'all been noticing I got the octagon. I think it's the octagon, hexagon, octagon, whatever the hell it is. Burgers. I'm gonna share that. That's with my burger master. So I'll share that. I got a couple of vegan or vegetarian kind of recipes coming. So I've got a couple requests. If y'all got some requests, want to see some stuff, hit your boy up, man. Because I got the grill, man. I got the grill going. But anyway, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And man, stay tuned. Like, subscribe, share, donate. Help me keep this channel growing, man. I don't care if you send me $1. It's $1. It shows me that y'all appreciate me, and it helps me grow the content and give y'all more. What y'all do more. And I think I do things a little bit different than some of the other content creators. A lot of times they be behind me, you know. For example, the Black Lives Matter. Everybody's talking about that the last week or two, right? I told y'all 2 years ago about Black Lives Matter. How they wasn't shit, but a front for the lesbian organization, LGBT. I told y'all that 2 years ago. I told y'all before COVID. Boy, be up on it. I have been popping in on some of the other content creators. Tim Black, definitely check him out. He's been on fire lately. Kendra's always on fire. Dana does her thing with Joe Brown. I called into her show last week. So yeah, I'm reaching out to other content creators and chiming in. And hopefully I'll do some further collaboration. But like, subscribe, and share. I'll let your boy. It's your boy. Deep in Israel, the people share.